night and watch hentai all the time with my soul is tormented by a succubus. Call assist, pencil dripping from the way I spit. Fell in love with this. Sis got music, now she...
Hello and welcome back everyone. The name is Kahenkio and the game is Pokemon Duel. You might wonder, why the hell am I in a battle that it's neither mine nor anybody you know? Well, it's a Team 123 against Leno PDW, and I just wanted to spotlight a little bit on these Ultra Beasts, because Ultra Beasts are becoming a little problem, and you will see later in the video why I say that. Well, to begin with, I only have one Ultra Beast and it's Nihilego, which means I cannot use this team, which means I have to learn how to counter it. And this video is about countering the Ultra Beast. What can you do in order not to lose from them? Okay, I'm going to be showcasing especially videos that I found really showcasing what these Pokemon can do and how effective they are, and of course the use of them by players who I believe, even at low rank or lower rank that I am, they do know what they're doing and they're obviously executing it pretty awesome. So let's start with the plates. The Ultra Beast team has XP, Double Chance, Poke Switch, Max Revive, Gold Block, and of course Mighty Sphere. Mighty Sphere is very popular with those, because choose one of your fighting type Pokemon until the end of this duel. While this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon are surrounded by your fighting type Pokemon. Move to your PC, your turn ends. That's an amazing plate. You can use it with Tapu Koko and have a fighter type here. Boom, your PC, you get your Pokemon back, and so on. Plus the enemy have to kick you out in order to get his own Pokemon, which is, you know, if the enemy is kind of winning, they can do that. But still, it's worth it. It's worth it because you have Nihilego. Nihilego has the ability to go to the Ultra Space. What is Ultra Space? It's a space next to the board. It's like getting banished, but you can bring it back by spinning a blue, a Cold Signal, or your Idle Nihilego, or your Formosas. Alright? So basically speaking, you can bring a Pokemon back from there, but once your Pokemon is in the Ultra Space, the other ones gain buffs. Especially Formosa gets plus 1 MP, and Buzzwole gets plus 29 damage for every Pokemon in the Ultra Space. So if you would have 3 Nihilegos in the Ultra Space, this freaking, I think Formosa would have a MP of 5. I'm not sure. Let's see. Bug Fighting, Ultra Spirit. If in this Pokemon's first battle, after moving to the field, any effects of battle opponent's abilities that increase or decrease damage are nullified. This Pokemon gets plus 1 MP for each Pokemon in the Ultra Space to a maximum of 4. Okay, so only 2 Nihilegos give bonus to this guy. You cannot make it a 5 MP, but 4 MP. 4 MP Pokemon that runs around with a humongous dodge is just what? You know what I'm saying? So pretty much explained Formosa here. Buzzwole. As it said, Buzzwole. Get it? A wall. It's a defender. So you set it on your goal and you're like, I don't care what you do. He has a nice punch. He has a superpower that both get plus 29 and 29 damage. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna sit here forever and I'm not gonna move. So plus 58 damage is just devastating for anybody who gets even close to you. And Chest Repulse, it attaches a crack marker to the battle opponent if its battle opponent spins an attack of 130 or more damage. So if you're running it with Mega Caesar to yourself and you do play a little bit of an aggressive game and you do go around with your humongous blue attaching the crack marker to everybody you can see, like the Axis attack form, like I don't know, Sceptiles, like Blazikins, you go ahead, you go Mega Evolution and you go around killing those people, because that's what you do with a Mega Caesar if you have one, and if you have that Crash of Doom or whatever, Punch of Doom expanded. In any case, Buzzwole is a great defender. He can do stuff. And Nihilego is the main Pokemon here because that's the main ingredient of the duel. His abilities, when this Pokemon moves to the field, the effects of energy plates are lost and they count as having been used. So no more Steel Energy, no more Cosmo Energy, no more any freaking energy that has been used before this Pokemon enters the field. And it enters the field every time it returns from the Ultra Space. So if it enters the field, this one enters the other field on the field, and then you use your plate, you knock this one out, and somehow the enemy brings it back with a call signal, it counts as entering the field. So basically speaking, your plates are going to be lost anyway. So using a plate doesn't really matter. I have done it and I was wrong and I was just wasting my turn. So, in this first battle after moving to the field, all of this Pokemon's white attack become gold attacks. His 83 will become a gold. If this Pokemon is knocked out, it moves to the Ultra Space, outside of the field. And of course, it works really great with the Cold Signal it has, because having 2 Nihilegos, you use the Cold Signal, you move one of your Pokemon that is on the Ultra Space 2 points away from this Pokemon. Basically speaking, you can do some crazy surrounds, some crazy goal surrounds. You can defend your goal. You can do many things with it. And of course, the Stun Poison is an extremely efficient ability. That's what I would level up instead of the blue on my main Nihilego, like the one that I want to go to the Ultra Space. I would level up the purple. And on the other one that I don't want to go to the Ultra Space, I would level up the blue. But that's just me. I don't have Nihilegos. I only have one Nihilego, so let's just stay with there. Alright, and the Cold Signal, of course, that's what I mean, which just calls and brings it one back. Alright, now that we have the basic setup, let's check the opponent team. We have a Tapu Koko with the expanded to 30, or 69, who knows. We have a Deoxys with 1 level. We have a Mewtwo with Mewtwo X card. We have the Mew, we have the Oricorio, and we have the Lunala. Not very strong team considering the C levels, but a strong team, a meta team if you ask me. So let's see what happens here. The Nihilego guy tries to set up a little bit of a perimeter with his Koko, and of course sends out Nihilego against the Mewtwo, and against the Deoxys, and there's the Mewtwo. There's going to be another Nihilego out on that field. And of course now you can have, Pheromosas going through. You can set up your Koko to defend. You can do many things, but they're just going to be setting up their board. They don't need to do anything just yet. Of course, there's a Lunala. She can absolutely devastate more of the opponents, but Pheromosa in her first battle is not affected by the abilities. So if the Lunala attacks and they both been attack and attack, Lunala was going to lose. But of course, Lunala was lucky enough to speed a Will-O-Wisp, which is going to make Nihilego burn and lose the ability to not decrease the damage on the next turn. So there's going to be a Mighty Sphere used on the Buzzwole, which is a great thing to have because the opponent Pokemon are going to be moved to your PC. Therefore, your opponent has to kick you more times to get his own Pokemon back. It is quite interesting. So what's going to happen here is quite nice. He's bringing his Pheromosa closer because he knows that if his Nihilego gets knocked out, he's going to go to the Ultra Space, and then if he's lucky enough with the Pheromosa to go and attack on the Mew, he's going to get a surround and a kill. That's basically just genius. Of course, that needs a little bit of RNG to happen, but the Cold Signal that Nihilego spits are just crazy. So he's going to go ahead and try and knock himself out because he knows what's up. He's going to go, I'm going to go towards the attack form since you can't knock the other shit out. So he goes and attacks, which you don't want to theoretically do anyway, because White Tentacles do allow you to move the opponent if the opponent attacks you and doesn't have the chance to tag himself to free himself out of those White Tentacles. So if the opponent would attack you, and then you would get the White Tentacles, and it would be great. You know what I'm saying? So he saw that Nihilego, he baited it. He's now like double chance. He could absolutely win this game if he rolled the blue on this double chance. But he's gonna spin an Ice Beam, and that's just gonna knock the Mew out. And of course, the enemy sees absolutely what's up, so they're not gonna take a single chance. They're gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna Gold Block. I don't care for you, like, either hurdle jumping or whatever not, or surrounding me. I'm just gonna Gold Block, and that's it. But that doesn't really save you. It really doesn't. Because once the Cold Signal is spun here, like at random, of course, against the Deoxys, it's super hard because you need to spin it twice. But if it would, he would just surround the Deoxys on its spot, and it would be like as efficient, you know? So the enemy is just wasting turns on trying to free his own Pokemon from the status effects or whatever not. And it's quite funny. So he's going to go and attack this little Oricorio there. I don't know if that's a wise choice or not, but he's burned. It doesn't matter too much. There's going to be a 9 speed towards an Air Cutter. Again, clutch C levels twice in a row right now. Wow, against the Mew and against this dude. Pretty efficient, but alright. So there's going to be another attack of the Deoxys. I would have waited, frankly. I would not attack here. I would have, like, I don't know, grab the entry, go grab the other entry, and then try to set something up. But okay, he's going to do it. He's going to make the Deoxys Icicle. And the Mewtwo will have to go ahead and unfreeze. That Deoxys has been, like, with so many debuffs. Like, first it gets the Tentacle. Then he gets the MP marker -1. Now he was frozen. And it's time for the Mutanite. Mutanite X is not as strong as the Mutanite Y, I believe. My personal opinion, of course. And he's just going to do that for the damage, I believe, because he wants to attack with the Lunala, and Lunala will get a great buff from it if it does happen. But the Wild Charge gets a quick attack right here will free the entry, which means our ally A-team, not ally, but the guy with the Ultra Beast team that we're trying to spotlight here, will have a little bit of breathing space here. And Lunala rolls the Moongeist beam, which in either case would have been enough against a superpower because she gets the plus 20 from... Oh, she wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would be 82 because she doesn't have the chain levels. Alright, so that's like the only thing that she could roll to kill that Buzzwole. Fortunately or unfortunately. It's still gonna work. It's good enough. Now the Tapu Koko needs to survive. And it will... Okay, it's the Mewtwo Y, so it should get only plus 10 damage. Mewtwo X. Whatever, I'm confused. Get me out of here. In any case, she won't get a lot of damage here because of the Formosa's first ability that gets her opponent not to increase or decrease damage, and the low sweep, which is going to be about enough to kill someone off. And then we're going to see a Cold Signal. Very bad placement there because the Formosa loses the ability to move 3 MP, and of course that Nihilego would just be surrounded once again. I believe that was just done so the Mewtwo would de-evolve and not have more of the Mega in him, basically. But right about there, he's going to grab the entry point, and this movement of the Mew, I believe, is a wrong type of movement. You don't need the enemy's entry points once you're being stuck in your own base, basically. But he trusts his Oricorio to survive or whatever not, but the Oricorio does roost, so he cannot move closer to the Deoxys. And we're going to see an attack of the Formosa on the Mewtwo. A knockout or a Cold Signal is good enough because what's going to happen, you're going to Cold Signal somewhere, whoop, goodbye, and knock that one off. So, now he has the numbers advantage at the time being, and the opponent was like, okay, I'm just going to get you. So what he does here, he's just going to go and attack from the low side. I don't know why, but he's going to do it, and the Dimensional Slip is going to roll, and the opponent's like, okay, dodge, whatever, I'm just going to dodge. And boom, that's how you do it. Call Signal on the Dimensional Slip brings the goals around, and that's a 4-way win. Because if the Mewtwo was close enough, he could go around as well and do the Psychic Shove, bring them all, like, you know, sideways and whatever not, but it didn't happen, so the dude loses. 18 grabs the win. And this is a game that was featured yesterday, and it was between Andad and TCFJC. Both players on 3300, very experienced, both of them. I haven't played either, but there we can see the Mighty Zero. We can see the Gengar trying to, you know, I don't know, rush or whatever not. But there's going to be the Nihilego trying to go ahead. Oh, I'm going to defend. I don't care much. And of course, the Gengar is just going to go grab the entry point without the expansion of the plate. But this is a standard poison deck with an addition of Lunala and Deoxys attack form, which are just beasts. Like, they're going to be like, oh, I wrecked you. And of course, there's going to be the Seismitoad going through. I don't necessarily agree with the movements here because you do have the poison deck. Why would you, like, go and grab the entry with the Gengar if you don't have a Poké Switch? Or if you do have a Poké Switch, why not use it right now? Like, you already have your Pokemon, just use the Poké Switch, make something else stand on that entry so you can go ahead and grab the other entry or start poisoning Pokemon and start killing them with the poison, basically. But we can see here the Deoxys is going for the Tapu Koko, which is a great opportunity to get it killed. Psycho Boost 135 against a quick attack is going to be plain and simple deletition of that Tapu off the field, which is good enough. There's going to be another Nihilego trying to go ahead and defend himself, and we're going to see the attack on the first one. I don't necessarily agree with that either, because first of all, you should have potentially have sent your Zapdos to stand in the Dex attack form's way, or send the other thing, the Formosa, to stand close. It's not something I would go ahead and send the Nihilego to defend. And we're going to see the attack of the Venusaur towards the Buzzwole, and it's going to be a sleep condition applied to him. Of course, we already know that the Zapdos can go through and can go and grab the goal or whatever not, but it's not going to happen just yet because the Lunala will defend, and there's going to be a max revive for the Koko to wake the Buzzwole up. That's all it needs, just to be 2 steps close to it. And we're going to see the X speed going through for the Deoxys attack form against that Nihilego. And of course, if he rolls the purple, and the Deoxys is just a dodge machine right there. If it rolled the purple against that white that became gold, it would have been sent to the Ultra Space. So we're going to see a little bit of a defense, and I don't necessarily agree with that. Either this like, why do you allow your Pokemon or enemies' Pokemon to come close to this location so they can like poison you and then surround you and whatever not? But the Undead decides that it's worth it. There's gonna be another attack on the Nihilego. This one job for this Seismitoad is to poison everybody around. That's what he does. That's what he enjoys doing. And basically, boom, we're gonna see the surround of the day attack form. And if I was a Seismitoad, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Get the Buzzwole out of there so I can get my Deoxys attack form back on my side, and that's about that. We're gonna see the Formosa trying to ice beam the Gengar, but of course there's a Mega Gengar, so that Icicle is not gonna last forever. And there's gonna be a Poke Switch even for the Deoxys attack form, and that is a correct play. And I believe that Poke Switch was one of the greatest Poke Switches ever, even though I would have had my Deoxys attack form already there since the round 1, because I won my Gengar round. And unfortunately there, the Thunder Crush against the Psychic is going to roll. The Lunala is going to be sent to the PC, and now it's all about the little bugger here, the little Shadow Flipper. He's not gonna roll the dodge this time, and the Thunder Crush is gonna crush him over. As we can see, there's not much left to do except maybe an X attack, yeah, on the Venusaur, just in case that Zapdos rolls something bad. But he was noxious, so the Thunder Crush towards the Wine Whip is about enough to send that Zapdos flying to the PC. And of course, there's the Coco that will try and go ahead and kill the Venusaur, because you know this is how you counterattack. You see the opportunity, you go for it. It's gonna spin once, and the Solar Beam is gonna spin, and that's just enough damage to out damage the whole wheel of the Tapu Koko, and he's gonna go Melee instead on the double chance, which is lucky enough for him. There's the Mega Venusaur, well, just the Venusaur, not the Mega Venusaur, trying to grab the entry. He's gonna spin the sleep, but the Melee just about enough again to not spin the gold and make something, you know, terrible out of this. But there's gonna be a spin of the Nightshade, gonna send the Coco back to the PC where he belongs, and this is very grim for Undead. He needs to kill this Earthquaker, and I don't think he has a chance because those white tentacles do 63 damage while the Seismitoad has 74, so the one chance you have here is to send the Deoxys Dimensional Sleep away. And that's not going to happen because the call signal you have is absolutely humongous. So basically, very grim situation right there. There's going to be a Gengar right again, and if I was the enemy, I would surround the Nihilego with 1 MP, frankly speaking, because the other Nihilego wouldn't have much to do right there. But he's going to go ahead and attack, and boom, Stun Poison is going to roll. That means this dude has 7 weight, including this turn, so on his next turn he's going to have 6, and then Nihilego goes defensive. And there's going to be a recycle because he doesn't want to move anything away, and whatever, and they're going to attack the Seismitoad again. We can see there's a miss towards the Earthquake. He's going to not get knocked out. Maybe someone rolls a miss, luckily, or whatever. Maybe not. No one does. Very fortunate, because if that other Nihilego got knocked out, that would be really painful. But he's going to the Ultra Space, which means now the Seismitoad is like, I'm going to surround you and I'm going to win. But not the case yet. We do have a double chance. We do have a Formosa, and Formosa gets a lot of freaking MP, which is absolutely irrelevant right here. But what it needs to roll is 1 freaking kill on the Earthquaker, and that's gonna happen. Boom, good night, see ya later. We don't need to respin. Well, they are gonna spin because of the miss thingy of the Earthquake, but the Gengar still has a weight. The Gengar has still a weight, so she can stand on the goal. They were going to Poke Switch with the Venusaur, of course. I don't know why. I would have kept my DLA there and bring something closer. But she's going to step closer, and of course Gengar can just step over to to get the kill, like easy peasy, bruh. But what happens next is that double chance. I know my Zapdos can do it. My Zapdos can do everything he desires. Goes ahead, attacks the Gengar, gets the Thunder Crush towards a Nightshade. And is this the most epic comeback from a double surround or what? That That situation was grim AF. And if it was me, I would have like forfeit or whatever not. But not Undead. Undead is like, dude, I'm doing it. I don't care much. I'm just gonna get you killed and whatever not. Psychic is not enough against a superpower because there's plus 29 damage because of an Nihilego. And the Buzzwole is gonna be like, bro, you fucked up. Now it's my turn. I don't care what you do. And he's just trying to send Pokemon, you know, to make somebody, I don't know, noxious or poison or whatever. He's just like sending Pokemon on the enemy because the frustration of the TCFJC probably is huge. So what's going to happen here, there's going to be a Seismitoad trying to poison this Buzzwole, so he doesn't have much move speed against it. But the Ice Punch is about enough to kill a miss. And since there's no Phantom Energy, he can gladly grab the entry point pretty efficiently. And we're going to see the double chance on the Crobat thing attacking the Coco. I don't agree necessarily with that. I don't know if he was trying to kill it or try to do the shuttle flip into the entry. But he's not going to get either one of them because the Melo Wish just spun and it's about enough to keep the guy on his toes. The thing is, there's no Pokemon that could do the Cold Signal at the moment on the field, which means it's bad news for Undead, frankly speaking, right here. So what he's going to do, he's going to kill that little bugger. He's going to go ahead and try and sit on his goal because that Mega Gengar could be potentially trouble. But he's going to try and stop him first with the Coco, which is good enough. And the enemy agrees because he sends Lunala to defend. And then we're going to see the movement from the Zapdos trying to defend a little bit. Because there's still the purple chance that Gengar can spin or whatever not. And the max revive, of course, for the Formosa is going to be about good enough in this situation. It's going to attack the Mew, the Coco with a dodge. Pretty huge dodge, by the way. Is going to spin, which is not going to get anything to it. And this Zapdos is just going to get a step closer. That's going to be another attack. And the Contagious Terror is going to terrorize those two guys. They won't be able to move, even though there is a swap spot. You can see it on the bottom right. There could be a swap spot surround kill any given moment in time. And there's going to be a melee towards the Contagious Terror. The weight is going to fade off, and there's going to be the swap spot. Yep. Done to surround the Gengar. Enough of your shenanigans, bro. And we're going to see little Lunala trying to get rid of the Coco. It's going to go Will-O-Wisp towards a white attack. Ooh, quite sad right there. Nothing you can do. And then we're going to see the Formosa trying to go ahead and do the Cold Signal on the, what do you call him? On the Dex attack form. And of course, Lunala goes aggressive the moment she senses that the base is going to be free. She kills the Tapu Koko. And Formosa's like, what am I going to do? Let's block this Lunala. Let's attack her. Oh no. They don't attack. Alright, they let him live. I think there's going to be a little bit of a defensive movement with the Nihilego because they don't want to get anything ended right here, right now. And since the Zapdos could lose this encounter, it's wise to Thunder Charge, Discharge actually, on the Lunala so she doesn't have the damage halving capability. So he does that, very freaking smart, and the X-Attack is going to go off, which is about enough because there is a Venusaur on the field. Well, that's for MP. But there's still poison applied to that Zapdos, so he could potentially do low damage. And we're going to see the Buzzwole trying to get close to that Dex attack form to attack it and kill it or whatever. I don't know why the enemy doesn't go defensive right there and try to attack something different because this is just going to be GG soon enough. There's going to be an attack on this dude. There is going to be the chest repulse, and he just needs to spin it one more time in order for it to be a GG. And there's the tiny dodge that is spun from the Ultra Space. And boom, the greatest comeback in probably my entire history of Pokemon Duel. I've never seen such a crazy freaking comeback ever before. So, you might be wondering how to deal with this team. Many of you complained about the Coco and Gengar rush being a thing in the game, and of course Lunala, Solgaleo, and Deoxys attack form with the Oricorio on the side. The thing is, I hate Deoxys attack form, I hate Lunala, I hate Solgaleo, and I hate the Oricorio that gives buffs to them. But the Coco Gengar Rush thing, I didn't see it from anybody. I did it on my own, and I believe I made even a video on it the same night I decided to do it because it was super fun. And I believe the name of the video was Mega Gengar UX is OP and here's why. And that's why I keep on doing it even on the low days. So how you deal with this thing? How do you deal with the Nihilego team and all the Ultra Beasts and everything associated to them? We can see this dude has a good idea. He has a Scissor into Mega Scissor that he could potentially be using against people who have been attached the crack marker to, which is good enough on its own, I guess, right? But how do you deal with it? This is one way to do it. You can get yourself a, I don't know, Tapu Koko Gengar Rush stuff. Start ahead and just go ahead for the Koko. Go and kill it. If you're lucky enough to roll a white on a white or white on a yellow, you're gonna get the Koko, so the enemy will have to set something on the goal. Once the enemy sets something on the goal, you just grab the opposing entry. It's basic chess right there. So they will have to attack you. And right here, I believe the opponent does a mistake, the Felix dude, because he did spin the white attack. Yeah, and that's white Tentacles. You can move the opponent Pokemon anywhere you want until it gets tagged. But here he spins into a miss, and that's like, goodbye. So he's sent to his PC for some reason, I don't know, because he can't move to the Ultra Space or something. And that's basically what made this game almost immediately a loss. Because now what there needs to be done is Koko spinning one melee, and that's about GG well played. Even though the opponent could have had the control of the Mega Gengar set it completely on the different side of the game and, you know, bring more Ultra Beast and start playing. But this is one way to counteract the Ultra Beast deck. You just go rush them before they have a chance to set up, before they have anything to do with anything you do, alright? The other way that you could potentially counter them is by having those little guys, Cosmog and Cosmo EM, that cannot be surrounded. You just go block with them and every call signal in the world probably won't do anything to you. Of course, Nihilego has that potential of one gold spin against you and make you absolutely obsolete, but that's also a low chance because most of them will be leveling the call signal, which in that case will not make you very prone to their damage. Out damaging them is pretty efficient with the Deoxys attack form, even though I don't recommend playing Deoxys attack form. This is dumb, but if you can manage to curse them in some way, I don't know how, that's also an absolutely awesome possibility of getting rid of them, because the less people that can use the call signal, the better for you. And usually, if there's two Nihilegos, there's probably one Formosa and a Buzzwole, or two Formosa and a Buzzwole, so if you banish the Formosas, the Nihilegos will be scared to go close to you. The next thing you can do is lower their damage with Poison and then go Gengar on top of them, because you don't have to fight, you just have to jump over them, and that's about that. The other counteraction measure you can actually use is to have a lot of dodge on your own. If you can bring Pokemon that have a ton of dodge, like my Mew here has 29 segments of Shuttle Flip, you can, I don't know, make a Greninja with a lot of dodge on it, because Greninja is a really nice running dodge machine. You can counteract them pretty efficiently. I don't know what other mons there are with a humongous dodge, but you can look for yourself. You can like see for yourself what mons work for you, and you have a dodge to work with, like maybe Persator Terra, or even lower tier. I don't know. Get yourself an Imprison Marker, dude. Also, maybe you can do some stuff with it. Well, Imprison won't work because the dodge is maybe basically the ability that you're worried about. So what you want to do is actually get your Terrakion to level 10, and if you can, to level 10 as well. Terrakion is the Pokemon to counter Ultra Beast. He's the one Pokemon that absolutely will beat down anybody close. You expand that 120 or even the 100 by decreasing the Protect, and you have yourself an amazing dueling machine that can just annihilate people. Of course, the missile is not going to go away anywhere, so you can still be prone to Poliwhirls, and they are still coming in pretty strong because of the fact that they get the Poliwrath evolution. But still, all the blue attacks of battle upon this Pokemon become misses, and that is just great. You carry a X attack, a double chance plate on yourself, you carry a Poke Switch, you carry, I don't know, a hurdle jump, and you go on the offensive with this. You don't seek defense, you go on the offensive, you attack them before they have the chance to attack you, and then is where they get done, because you get one Nihilego killed, you get the other Nihilego killed because of the humongous miss they have. They go to the Ultra Space, and then you go against the Formosas. And once you kill the Formosas, there's no way to them to come back. And you're gonna be a bitch about it, because you also can kill Coco, and Coco will get your, go into the PC, while the Nihilegos will go to the Ultra Space, which means they won't be knocking out anything from the PC. You get where I'm taking this? So, your best friend is Teriyaki Boy, and he is the one that's going to be absolutely annihilating the current meta, because I believe he's coming back strong. And I'm going to try and fit him in my team as well, just because of the Nihilego squad and stuff, and Ultra Beasts are just going to be really, really pained by this one. I guarantee. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you agree with my theory, if you agree with my counter to the Ultra Beast opinion, leave it down in the comments. If you don't, leave me your opinion down in the comments. And as always, have a nice day.